Here we are rocking with episode 9 of the show. Welcome back, my little listeners. I am loving it. I'm absolutely loving putting these together. This week's guest is Douggie Mathews. He's a star of the BWP Alpha Gen that is running up here in North Wales, in Prestatyn. So it was so cool to get him on. He's only 17, this lad, but he sounds like he's, years above 17, got his head screwed on. He's a good talent. Hopefully I can get more of the Alpha Gen guys on, leading into future episodes. That's a big thing for me to get done in the future. But here it is, episode 9 with Douggie Mathews. Enjoy. It's my pleasure to have on the line today a young talent here in North Wales, Mr. Douggie Mathews. How's it going, Dougie?
Yeah, not too bad, man. How are you?
Good, just glad I finally got you on, mate. We've had a few issues last week, but thanks for being patient with it. And
Mate,
it's great. It's great to get you young lads on.
Yeah.
And obviously, I like the grassroots wrestling. It's cool to hear, guys like yourself, your journey and where you're going. Yeah. So first question is, when did you begin watching wrestling?
Oh, right. It was quite a while back. I think it was when I was a teenager. I'd say it was about 2006, 2007. And to be fair, I started watching wrestling in a different way to other people. Like, my first event that I watched was a TNA TV taping. And ever since watching that TNA event, I started to watch a lot more wrestling. Like, back in the day, like 2006 and 7, World of Sport was still showing. I'd watch a lot of World of Sport, and then about 2007, I discovered the WWE, and it just went from there, really, just watching WWE and TNA, and that was pretty much how I started wrestling, really. Watching wrestling, so.
Cool. Who were some of your favourite talents, Dougie?
From when I was younger?
Yeah, if you want to, obviously you said you started watching TNA first, maybe start off with the TNA guys, because around that time TNA was flying, I thought.
Oh, yes. Personally, I was very interested in tag team wrestling, and two of my favourite tag teams on the circuit, number one was Beer Money, which was James Storm and Bobby Roode, obviously. I thought they were pretty mint. And then, who else? The Motor City Machine Guns, they're one of the most famous that TNA had. And I thought they were pretty cool too. I don't know if I'm correct with this, but do you know Scott Steiner and Petey Williams? Did they used to tag in TNA? Because it rings a bell that they did. Yeah,
he was Maple Leaf Muscle, so he was like a scaled down version. That was the gimmick of Scott Steiner, basically. Yeah, they were together, man. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because it rings a bell, because I think my first match that I watched for TNA was a tag team match with Petey and Scott in, and obviously the thing that I found most interesting about Petey was his Canadian Destroyer. I thought it was mental.
Often
they were like my favourite guys, because obviously I started watching wrestling when I started watching tag team wrestling first.
Well, so in regards to WWE then, because you said you started watching it in 2007, who in WWE floated your boat, so to say?
Obviously, John Cena's one of them, because back then I think John Cena was pretty much the main man, if not one of the top guys. He really stood out for me. And then obviously the Great Khali as well, because back in 2007 it was pretty much Khali and Cena throughout the whole year, I think. And I absolutely loved that rivalry. And obviously there was Ric Flair. Like, my first ever WWE event that I watched, it was on DVD. It was Judgment Day 2007. And obviously that was when Carly and Cena had a title match. That was when Ric Flair had a match with Carly. I just started... That 2007 show was pretty much my decision point where I would continue watching WWE, because the event was just mad, I think.
Right, okay. To extend off that, which styles of match did you gravitate to? What did you like?
I loved Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Because it's hardcore wrestling. It's something that's a lot more popular now, but back in the day you wouldn't see many people do it. And I bloody love Extreme Rules wrestling in WWE. Steel Cage was another. I love that. And then, like I said, with tag team wrestling, I started watching wrestling with normal tag teams, but when it came to like 6-man tag teams, and mainly the traditional Survivor Series matches,
cool.
They were my favourite matches.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Quite a mix there then.
Yeah.
When did you begin training? I'm just going to come away from, obviously, I'm going to talk about your career now. When did you begin training?
I began training, I think it was May 2015, I think. It was when I started training when I was 13.
Right, okay.
And my first session, I remember it very much. It was with a guy called Dan Evans. He's pretty popular on the British scene at the minute with Scott Oberman, the Merseyside Mercenary Squad. And Dan is great. Dan is a great guy, and he knows his stuff, and I really enjoyed my first session, and and I just continued training. But yeah, that's when I started training, and I met Dan. I met other people too, like Rye Lloyd I met.
Yeah.
And I met Scott Oberman there as well.
Yeah.
So it was very good. I enjoyed my first session.
There's a lot of you coming through, isn't there? At one time, which is brilliant, which is absolutely brilliant, especially locally around here. I think it's brilliant that we've got a company and we've got schools up here, and there's a few companies up here, isn't there?
Oh yeah, like obviously there's Britannia, there's Basics Pro Wrestling too. You've got Fusion Pro Wrestling in Llandudno too. Yeah,
I've obviously seen flyers and stuff. I know people that attend the events as well. I need to get some more stuff, Dougie.
Yeah.
It's hard, but obviously as I'm going along with this, I need to get to the shows. I need to see you guys in action.
Well, if you're free, this Sunday, the 25th of August, I've got there's a Britannia show, and I've been put with Craig West on that.
Yeah.
So if you're free, drop me a message, and I could get you in for half the price.
Nice. I am actually working. Yeah. Craig West is a talent, isn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like me and Craig get along quite well. He's a dead funny guy, but I can't. He's a very, very good talent in the ring too. So I'm looking forward to obviously getting in and wrestling with him, because it's going to be a very good experience for me, I think.
Just to go back to the origins of you starting out, who mentored you?
Who mentored me? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, who are my trainers?
Yeah, who was helping you? Just to elaborate, yeah.
So when I started, obviously I started with Dan Evans. He has been supporting me ever since I started, really. I haven't spoken to him in a while. He's quite busy, but I'll make sure that I catch up with him soon. And then, obviously, I got to know, at the time when I started, the main trainer was obviously Babyface Pitbull.
Yeah.
I started to obviously I started training with him then as I got more experience than that. But yeah, Sam is a great mentor. He supports me all the way, and he's never afraid to tell me what I did wrong or anything. So he's a very supportive mentor.
Cool, man.
So I'm quite happy to have him as a mentor. Rye Lloyd as well. He did a bit of training too.
Yeah.
Rye's great. He's very supportive too. At the moment, my trainer at the minute is Pyro, or Black Pyro as he is in TNT.
Yeah.
And it's the same with him. Such a nice guy, dead supportive, and he's very, with training as well, he knows what he's doing. He's very experienced, and I'm learning a lot from him.
So you've had there's quite the mix of styles there from the names you've spoken about.
Yes.
Yeah, which is good, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, when Pyro took over, it was more like the high-flying style, but at the same time, Pyro is very psychological. He will make sure you are doing things that make sense.
Yeah.
If they don't make sense, he'll question why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's great because he can do all the high-flying stuff, but at the same time, he has a lot of psychological knowledge.
Cool, man. Cool. When did you... Sorry, I jumped in. What were you saying then, mate? Sorry. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, you're still there? I thought you got... I jumped in, mate. You were like halfway through a sentence. I jumped in.
Yeah. For some reason, my phone literally... I don't know what was up. It just cut your voice out like completely.
Right, okay. It's all right. I can edit. My cousin edits it anyway, so don't, we can get it all. It'll sound really good.
Sweet, man.
Dougie, when did you have your first match?
My first match on a show. My first match on a show or like a carnival. Actually, you know what? I'll answer that question in both. So obviously, Britannia Wrestling, they have carnival events yearly.
Yeah.
They do like summer camps in the summer, obviously. I had my first carnival match a year after I started.
Yeah.
And then my first match on a show was a dark match. 2.5 years in it was. So I wrestled a lad called Josh. I don't know. Obviously, he was a great talent, but he kind of stepped off the wagon a little bit, and he hasn't really showed up as much as he did, and it's a bit of a shame because he was getting very good.
I wonder.
Obviously, if he would have,
has he had a crisis of confidence?
Go on.
Has he had a crisis of confidence or something?
I wouldn't know, because it's a weird one because I can't really answer that question.
No,
because I don't really know what happened. But it's a shame that he left.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't leave, he would be an alpha gen right now. But because of his inconsistency of training and that, I think that's what's brought him down. Because obviously, in the North Wales Wrestling Dojo, the alphas at the moment is me, Joey Marcus, and obviously Joey Marcus' little friend, the kid, too. But I think Josh would have been up there if he stuck to training and was consistent enough.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
How did your entry to the Alpha Gen come about then? Just extended on to Alpha Gen.
So, I think, really, it was just that I kept on training, and I kept on showing up, and I kept on putting 100% into every training session that I do, and eventually I started picking up bookings elsewhere in the Northwest and stuff, and then the announcement came out that I was involved in the tournament, and it was a very good moment for me, because this tournament and this sort of this Alpha Gen thing on a whole is very good, because being referred to as one of the future stars of this scene, it's very, very, it's great, because it's good to see that people know that I have potential. And it's the same with everyone involved, like everyone involved in that tournament and everyone involved in the Alpha Gen on a whole. They have a lot of potential to become one of the greatest that this country's had.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's good. It's great to see. Obviously, I've not seen the matches, but I've seen the results. And then obviously you've got your show on Sunday, leading off from the tournament now. So it'll just grow and grow, won't it?
Yeah, hopefully.
Who would be a dream match for you?
Oh, Jesus, that's hard. That is very difficult.
You could say on, like, the local level and the Northwest level, and then maybe like a dream match. Someone from the world.
Northwest level. That's still a
hard.
Very, very difficult question. Let me think about that one, because there are a few.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll name a few. Northwest and that. I would love to wrestle Dylan Roberts, because Dylan, for a while now, has been one of the best in the country, and it would be great to get in with him and wrestle him, because he's just Dylan's mint. Also another one, Sonna Durson. He's getting round a little bit, and he's talented as hell too. And another one, personally for me, CJ Banks. CJ is, to be fair, I'm quite surprised that CJ hasn't been. Yeah, I'm very surprised in the way that CJ isn't signed to like either NXT, New Japan, because CJ is, first of all, he's world class.
Yeah.
But, he's so different to everybody else. And it's just, why isn't this guy signed? But yeah, Northwest-wise, they're my top three. Who did I say first again? Dylan.
Yeah, you went with Dylan Roberts,
Sonna.
yeah.
Dylan, Sonna, and CJ Banks. They're my top three.
Nice. What about...
And then...
Yeah, what about on a world level?
In the world.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you two answers for that. A British competitor that I'd love to wrestle, who is abroad with Japan at the moment, is Marty Skrull.
Yeah.
I think Marty is absolutely insane, and I've been following Marty for a while because I'm a big fan of being the elite and stuff, and I'm a big fan of what they did in Ring of Honor with the Bullet Club and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just started watching Marty Skrull stuff from there, and I think he's great. And then, this is tough. Probably Okada.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's solid. Solid answer.
I think Okada's probably one of the most solid workers in the world at the moment. So I think if I was to wrestle Okada on any level, I would be buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
Where would you like to wrestle, Dougie?
We'll go with UK companies first. Obviously, I wrestle for a few now, but I'd love to get on. I'd love to wrestle for TNT Extreme.
Yeah.
Because they are the shit at the moment.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they're great. But the goal for me, really, the end goal is NXT UK. Because honestly, it's because I was there. I was there at Takeover Blackpool. I was there for the event.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was just like, this is what I want to do. Because that event was just absolutely insane. And watching that event, you just say to yourself, I want to do that. And I want to do that at that level. So the end goal for me is NXT UK.
Yeah. Who just to extend off that, who in NXT UK do you like watching? I know I've said about people you idolise and like to watch, but yeah, man, we'll go with a bit of NXT UK. Who do you like? Who do you gravitate towards?
I absolutely love Imperium, which is Walter, Eichner, Barthel, and Wolf. I think they're great. Like Walter at the moment, we spoke about this the other day. Walter's one of my favourites on the circuit at the minute because, yeah, he's just mad. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of his chops though.
No, he's a big boy. He is.
Oh yeah, and just watching some of his chops. I remember one chop specifically. It was with Zack Sabre Jr. on a Defiant show, and it was sickening, mate.
Who else appeals to you on NXT UK?
Zach Gibson and James Drake.
Yeah.
Because they're just a pair of bastards, aren't they? That's what they are, and it's great. I think they're that personas, like they're the main heels. I think, apart from Imperium, they're the main heels. And I love what they do, and obviously the Welsh lads as well. I'm a big fan of obviously Eddie Dennis and Mark Andrews,
yeah,
Morgan Webster,
yeah,
Mike Hitchman or Wild Boar. I'm a big fan of them. I had the privilege with stepping in the ring with Eddie and Wild Boar at a Britannia event. We were in like a rumble. Like obviously I'm nowhere near ready to be in a one-on-one match with both of them, but it was great to get in the ring,
yeah,
and get absolutely smacked by Wild Boar and Eddie Dennis. It was like that was a good moment for me.
Yeah,
personally.
I can well imagine, mate. It's just, do you have to pinch yourself sometimes?
Do I have to pinch myself?
Yeah, like, you know, when you get in the ring with these guys, obviously they're well known on the UK circuit, or do you just stay? I don't know. Yeah, I suppose that's what I'm getting at.
No, not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily. Do you mean, when you mean pinch yourself, do you mean like, what do you mean by pinch yourself?
Right. I mean, like,
what do you mean by that?
You know, because they're established and they're well known. I'm just looking at it like, say I was wrestling, and Mike Hitchman came in the ring. I'd be in awe of him.
Yeah.
If you get, do you get where I'm coming from now? Basically, like, say, going on a grander scale, right? I was a Bret Hart fan as a kid. Say I had to lock up with Bret, I'd just be in awe of him. I'd be in awe of the guy because I've idolised him. That's that's what I'm getting at. But
that's what you're getting at. Not really, because obviously I do look up to these guys.
Yeah.
But I look up to other guys more.
Yeah.
But like, for where I want to be, they are the guys to look up to, because obviously coming from Wales, personally, the Welsh scene at the minute, in my opinion, isn't as recognisable as it should be. I think there's a lot of talent in Wales.
Yeah.
And it's just not getting out there as much as I think it should be.
Yeah.
And for them to eventually get there, and even getting to the point of wrestling for progress and Rev Pro and stuff like that, that in itself is bloody great, but being with the WWE, that's even better. And I do look up to them guys to get to my end goal, but I do look up to other people like Brett and Owen.
Yeah.
As you said, I look up to them a lot.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens as well. I think he's mint as well. But yeah, they're like the overall guys that I pretty much look up to in a sense.
Yeah, man. Brett was when I was a kid, obviously, but he was ahead of his time.
Yeah,
he was ahead of his time. It was and he had good matches with everybody. You could.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He brought the best out in like Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash has been a bit about him in shoot interviews and stuff, saying he was moody and that. But he brought the best out in Kevin Nash. I thought.
Yeah.
You know.
I was watching a certain match of Brett's about a week ago now, because like I'm not a massive fan. Like, I still watch WWE.
Yeah.
I still watch wrestling now.
Yeah.
But I'm a bigger fan of the olden days. And I was watching WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
And I was watching Brett and Owen. Now that's up there as one of my favourite matches of all time.
It was superb, mate. I tell you, have you watched the cage match from that year's SummerSlam?
Was that Brett and Owen?
Yeah.
I haven't watched that, and I bloody will. Unreal, mate.
Yeah. You can watch that match now. That match could be on a show now. It's timeless. And then you had all like the psychology and obviously the story behind it. You know, brothers at odds, wasn't it? I think the feud could have gone a bit longer as well, because feuds back then did go longer than they do now.
Like, we were talking about this the other day, like, Brett and Owen are probably up there with one of my favourites of all time.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite a technical person. Like, I wouldn't say I'm technically sound in wrestling, but I like to think that I'm quite a technical and psychological wrestler.
Yeah.
And Brett and Owen were that. And that's why I like them so much, because they do flashy shit, like they do brilliant shit, but they wouldn't do 10 Canadian destroyers without selling it like Bandito and someone else did. But that's not what I'm about. Like, that's what people may like, but Canadian after Canadian after Canadian after Canadian not selling it and stuff may be pretty mental, but that's not what I'm about. I'm more about a move being hit and selling that move for quite some time. Because, like, if we were wrestling in boxing rings, let's just put it there, if wrestling rings were boxing rings and you were picked up for a vertical suplex,
yeah,
for a vertical suplex, and were slammed down on a boxing ring, it would hurt like hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's where the realism comes into it for me.
Right, okay.
And the naturalism.
Yeah.
And that's what Brett and Owen were about. That's why I like them so much.
How about, have you seen Brett's King of the Ring 1993 win?
I haven't, and I should have. Like, I've got a lot more to watch about Brett and Owen.
I'll tell you now, yeah. On all the matches that night, unbelievable. Like, he had 3 different type of matches, obviously because it was 3 different guys. It's the best King of the Ring victory ever for me. Like, I am partial because it's Brett, but you need to watch that. The 3 matches were brilliant.
Yeah, will do.
Bloody hell, I'm dictating here. But yeah, definitely worth a watch, Dougie.
Yeah, it's good that we can have a conversation about this, because there's a lot. Obviously, I wasn't born back then. I was born in 2002.
Yeah.
And it's good to get more watches out of the net, because obviously I've got the network and that, so I can go and I can watch things. So it's good to have conversation about it.
Yeah, man. Anything Brett related, I'm your man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just, if you want later, just like send me some of your favourites, and I'll give them a watch.
Yeah, man. I'll gladly do that. Gladly.
Sound.
Yeah, right. What match would you like to participate in? Like a style of match.
Stipulation.
Yeah, that's the right. Yeah, stipulation. No, yeah.
The title matches count.
You can. Yeah. It's on this show you can be as broad as you want, mate. Yeah, not a problem. You.
I'd like to be involved in like probably a cage match. I think that'll be cool. But like a normal stipulation in a sense is like a tag team eliminator.
Yeah.
Like a traditional Survivor Series match. I'd love to be involved in one of them. But title match, my dream title match really is the United Kingdom Championship. That's like my dream.
Okay. Yeah, I can. You know, obviously, it'd be winning that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
It'd be a great.
My life complete.
That's brilliant. That's yeah. I thought you might have said like Intercontinental or even World Title, but no, that's a good answer. That is.
Yeah.
Shows your patriotism.
Oh yeah, like don't get me wrong, I do like what they're doing with Raw and SmackDown at the moment. Ever since Bischoff and Heyman came in, I think it's working well.
Yeah.
But the British brand.
Yeah.
Is what? Yeah, in my opinion, the British brand at the minute is, it's the dog's bollocks. And to be a champion for the British brand would be insane. And obviously I'm going to work hard to try and get there. Because that would be my dream. So.
Cool, man. Cool. Right, just closing. This is the last question, mate. Who on the independent scene do you think will make it to the top?
Oh, on the independents.
Yeah, you can go with the UK. You can go international. If you've got a few answers, fine. That's fine by me. You fire away.
Personally, I think Joey Marcus can.
Yeah.
Me and him, we travel around quite a lot.
Yeah.
And working with him, he has a lot of potential to make it into this business. Also, going back to like me and Joey travelling around and that, we wrestled Tom and Mark Billington.
Yeah.
On one of Marty Jones's shows in Goulburn.
Joey.
I think Tom and Mark.
Yeah.
Are going to make it. Like, I can guarantee it. Tom and Mark will go far. Like,
yeah.
They've got they're wrestling in Austria soon, I think.
Right.
They already have. But they're already going abroad and that. But give it a couple of years, Tom and Mark will be at a high level.
That's brilliant, and obviously their uncle was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time again.
Yes.
Obviously Benoit modelled himself on Dynamite, didn't he?
Oh yeah, like I was watching Benoit the other day. I was watching Benoit and Guerrero at One Night Stand 05.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant that was.
Oh yeah, it was great, and you could just see, like, you can see a lot of Dynamite in Benoit, but at the same time you can see a lot of Dynamite in Tom and Mark.
Yeah.
As well, and it's good because Dynamite was obviously bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
And if Dynamite can do it, Tom and Mark can.
Who on an international level can you see who isn't quite there yet, but it could be someone established.
On an international level.
Yeah, who it could be someone in NXT, Ring of Honor, all that, New Japan, someone who's not won a title. Maybe is what I'm veering towards.
So like, what you're trying to get across here is like who I think will make it to the top as in a world champion.
Yeah, with it being on an international level, because they'll be known, but obviously they haven't had the title yet.
Yeah. I think that... that's a very tough question. I think Marty Scurll can. I'd like him to... Has he moved up to the heavyweights?
He's in the picture, obviously, because they've lost talent to AEW. Matt Taven's got the belt, and Matt Taven's brilliant. He's good hand, but I can see Marty getting it. Whether he beats Taven for it, or it'll be further down the road and he beats someone else. But even with the talent they've lost, it's helped get the other talent up. Obviously, it's like a revolving door, then, isn't it? When people leave, someone else will step in and do the job.
Else step in, yeah.
Like I like Silas. I like Silas Young. He's been TV champion a few times. But I think
Silas Young.
I think Silas Young could be a world champion there. There's several lads in that roster who can they can come up against Taven and win it. Taven is brilliant. Dalton Castle, and I like the fact that they've gone heel with Dalton. It's it's all well and good being a face and being over, but they've turned him heel, and I think Dalton Castle, he could very well get another shot at the gold and have a reign. So it's interesting, man.
It's very interesting. I think Ring of Honor are they're quite an interesting company on a whole. But yeah, I think Marty deserves it. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is a very unpopular opinion for me. But in New Japan, you've got Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
I think Kota Ibushi's fairly underrated. Because I think he's mint. I think Kota Ibushi's mint, and I think he should be in the title pit. Obviously, he's just won the G1, which is a massive step.
Man, what a tournament it was! Absolutely, yeah. It was superb.
But Kota Ibushi, he should be up there with Okada, and obviously Royal Quest coming up. That's Okada and Suzuki.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they could be putting Ibushi in there.
Yeah.
Because, he's one of the best talents in the world. And I think I don't follow New Japan a lot, but I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But personally, obviously Okada's brilliant, but I think they should give Ibushi a heavyweight title run. Because he's just mint.
I was quite surprised WWE didn't keep hold of him after the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
It was an odd one for me that they didn't retain his services really, but the guy will make money wherever he goes, won't he?
Yeah, going back to underrated, I think it was quite it wasn't a very... Obviously, WWE have their reasons for releasing someone or signing someone.
Yeah.
But I think it was quite a big mistake letting Ibushi go.
Yeah.
Because look at him now. He's winning G1s.
Yeah.
And he's putting incredible performances wherever he goes.
Yeah.
So I think it was quite a... Yeah, it was a bad decision letting him go. But obviously, WWE will have their reasons.
That's it. Just sometimes it doesn't happen. It's like, obviously, Kenta's back in New Japan.
Yeah.
But obviously, he had a lot of injuries, didn't he, within NXT? I think that was one of the reasons he was out for a long time. But their medical side might not be as hard as NXT's is.
Yeah.
You know, did they just hold him out? You know, could they have wrestled? That's the question. I don't think New Japan will be too heavy. Yeah, if someone's injured, they're injured, but I think they'll let things go. Whereas WWE, their medical side, they don't let things go, do they? If you're not right, they don't want...
I think Kenta, obviously you said that he was injured and stuff, and I can understand why WWE didn't use him as much, but personally, what Kenta did in WWE, he should have been used a lot better than he was, because he was coming from Japan as one of the greats that Japan had at that time.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And it was a shame, because I could have seen Hideo Itami as NXT champion. I could have seen Hideo Itami as like an intercontinental, not quite a world champion.
Yeah.
But like, you know, United States intercontinental champion. I could see him being a champion in WWE, but obviously shit happened.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to use him too much, and it was a shame, because he could have been one of their top guys.
Absolutely.
But obviously, injury got in the way. But I think New Japan is the place for him now.
Yeah.
And obviously he's got I think he's got a title match with is it Ishii? I don't know, but he's got a title match at Royal Quest with someone.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to it.
You know more than me on that one, mate, because I wasn't 100% who he had next. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, won't it, going forward, what happens there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I hope. Didn't he have a title match with Okada, or are they? I think they're working towards that. I don't know, but I think I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Oh, no,
man.
that's it. It was Okada and Kenta.
Right.
In the G1.
Yeah.
That's where I was going. It was Okada and Kenta in the G1.
Right. Okay.
I see that as a title match.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what they do with him.
Oh yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Right, Dougie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it so much, Matt. I really do. I know, you guys, you're very busy doing what you do, but yeah, man, just all the best for the Alpha Gen.